Okay, well, Rachel D'Aguiar, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview. It's a pleasure to interview you, and I enjoyed you so much at RAADfest 2016. What was the thing you liked best about RAADfest 2016?
Do you know, it was just the actual being there. So we're in a world where you can get information anywhere you want now. You can look on Facebook, or you can sign up for webinars. You can seek out, and you can find enough information to stimulate your brain. But when it comes to sort of stimulating the your desire and your motivation and the why, so every day I work in my business to create longevity products and to further develop longevity. But RAADfest just reminds me why I'm doing that.
Yes, yes, exactly. Well, you're a true radical life extension enthusiast, and last year you moderated a panel, and you did a fantastic job, by the way.
Thank you.
What is your intention this year to bring to RAADfest? What are you? What's your feeling about that you want to bring to RAADfest this year?
It's really, we actually have a few exciting announcements, and we've decided to save them for
Oh,
RAADfest.
beautiful.
Because why not?
Yeah, why not?
And just being able to come back and see all those wonderful faces again, and talk to them and say, I might actually have something that can make a difference to your life now. And I'm really, yeah, that's really exciting, because that's why. I mean, yeah, I'm in it for myself. I want to be a great, 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 great grandmother dancing on tables at my grandchildren's weddings. Like I want that. But I don't think you fall into the life extensionist category if you don't love people.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Well,
So,
you're so passionate about radical life extension. What drives you to want to live forever?
it's really interesting. I always felt, even as a little kid, I used to lie awake at night sometimes crying, thinking, which is odd for a kid to have these thoughts, but thinking, my gosh, what will happen when I'm just a tombstone and there's nobody around to remember who Rachael D'Aguiar was? And what if no one can even pronounce my name anymore? And I always had this feeling of I never just want to be a rock. And so from a really young age, I was like, oh, well, I've got the answer. I just have to become a legend. And yeah, and so I thought, okay, I'll become a legend. And then I sort of, spent my early 20s and things like that. Well, how do I become a legend? What do I do? And so I still have that kind of feeling in me that I can't imagine one day there'll be nobody around to chat with me or chew the fat with me. I've always been a communicator, and when I connect with people, boy, it just lights me up. And now I have two of the most beautiful children in the world, and they kind of say something like, "Oh, well, will you be around? Will you get old and will you die?" And I'm just like, "No, not going to happen." I just The thought of ever leaving them is just doesn't even sit on my radar. I'm like, "Nope, can't let that happen. Can't be a day where I ever leave you." So that's really what drives me now.
Yeah, wow. You got a lot of great reasons to stay alive. That's beautiful. So you really enjoyed RAADfest last year, and you're a very you're a very connecting type person. Why do you think it's important for people to attend RAADfest this year?
I think it's just when you're out there and you have all these ideas, it's really easy for people to go, "Oh, that's unreal. That can't happen." And you sort of feel, I know that there are thousands of you out there thinking, "But I really think it can. Why am I being knocked down? Why am I being told that I can't have that?" And I think, the negative people are the people who probably just don't want to live forever because they're too negative anyway. That's fine. See you later. Um, but I think people don't know the information that's out there. And when you connect with Radfest, it's people who are just full of joy, who don't want that joy to end.
Wow,
And so
it's true.
it's not a group of science fiction fanatics, or it's a place to go for people with really open arms who just don't want the joy to end. And if you are thinking, gosh, I just love life, do I have to get old? Do I have to be pushed in a wheelchair? Someone was saying to me today, I was grabbing my coffee this morning, and the girl said to me, yeah, I just, my biggest fear is getting really old and having someone have to change my nappy. And I went, oh God, yes. And that's a reality for some
Yeah,
people now.
yeah.
I don't want that to be a reality anymore. It's not okay. Let's
Super,
change it.
super. It's not okay. That's right. It's not okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Well said. Um, so you're a very community-minded person. I've seen that with you at RAADfest. You connect with people really easy. Uh, how important is it, do you think, to have a united community to help in aging and death.
It is so important. I mean, we can't do it by ourselves. And there are, you'll see it at RAADfest that the presenters on the stage are the most intelligent and articulate and passionate people about one piece of the puzzle that they've solved. But it's just one piece of the puzzle. It's so important for us all to come and connect. And for me, I'm not a scientist. I'm not the person cutting open bits and pieces and doing that. But I'm one of the people that can take it and make it into something and bring it to the people. And,
Good point.
We're so integral to each
Yes,
other.
that's right.
It's a main part to connect with genuine people, with real information and with the real means to create something, make something, and bring it to the people. And that's why I was saying it's really important for me, kind of as a link between the scientists and the people, in a sense, to hear what the people want and to be able to go, well, that already exists. Hang on a tick. Let me go to that right person. And, I'm from New Zealand, as you can tell from my accent. I'm not from America. It's, there's nobody around us. I have to jump on an airplane and travel for 12, 14 hours to get just to one side of America. It's, I don't just walk out my front door and meet these people. So, it was really fantastic to put names and faces together. And, but it makes us friends. It doesn't make us, I read something about that person, or I saw a video from that person, or it's like, you know what, let me just contact Rachel about that. And I go, I know who to talk to. Actually, I introduced them at RAADfest last year. Let me get in touch with them. And it's that small world. And someone goes, my mother just died of such and such. And I go, oh, that's a real shame. I know somebody's cured it already. And yeah, it brings us really close together. You become friends with people who once were maybe just a legend.
So true, so true. Yeah, I mean, that connection, I mean, we're all vital, like you pointed out. There's a vital part we all have to play. And then connecting all those dots, connecting each other is what creates that power of togetherness, I think, don't you?
I think so. I think so. And the guests coming to RAADfest are super important because they go back to their communities and they go, that thing I was saying about maybe we don't all have to die of cancer or whatever. Well, actually, I'm right. We don't. Let me tell you how this works. and it's so important that the globe, that everybody goes from thinking we must suffer and die to going, no, there are actually other ways. And they're already in existence.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. You made so many great points. Is there anything you'd like to add before we close this interview?
Oh, pleasure. No, I just can't wait to see everybody. I'm really, really looking forward to getting back there. So come along to RAAD. If it's in your diary, hurry up and book your tickets, and we'll see you there. I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone again and meeting loads and loads of new people and making those super secret special announcements that I've got.
I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you, Rachel. I'm excited to see you at RAADfest and hear you again. Thank you so much.
Take care.